Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche la NBA, the NBA celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Portland Trailblazers. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. And a quick look at some of the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard and McCollum are the high-octane guard pair. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. And for the Lakers, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Davis. And it's LeBron James. And it's Dort in at the 2-guard spot.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Now here's McCollum. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And the baseline jumper, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. James kicks to Davis. Back to LeBron. Pass to Dort. Shot clock at 3. A three-pointer, no good. James against Lillard. Nice step back to get it off.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Now here's LeBron. Last game he had 34 points. Picked by Harrell. James, the pass to Davis. James looking around. Oh, what a dunk!
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Here's James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And here are the Trailblazers now after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's McCollum. Second shot opportunity. There's the triple. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Lakers the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
McCollum with the screen for Lillard. And here is Davis. 9 points last game out.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers. Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
The shot by Powell, no good. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
McCollum finds Nurkic. Lillard against LeBron. High post, Nurkic. His last outing, he had 8 points. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, rebound the Lakers.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and it was maybe a step out of his range.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
So both teams making some changes here.
Kevin, let's look at the Trailblazers to see how they're doing ranking-wise in the NBA.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking and three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Cauley-Stein kicks to Collins. And the pass to Little. McCollum against Allen. And the basket by McCollum.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. Here's Davis. Doesn't go that time. Collins with some nice D. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Simons. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play, when to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
Here's Allen. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. McGee, the pass to Caruso. Driving in. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Davis inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Davis has got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Simons. Here's Cauley-Stein. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. 6 points for him.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And they double up Davis. Outside for Caldwell Pope. They grab their own miss. And the rejection by Collins. And it's McGee slamming it down. .26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. McCollum outside. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the bucket.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. One second left. And no good that time. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on, you know, that's kind of like a domino effect. It's like, all right, well, if he's leaving, this guy was closer to his age, we can let him go. It affects other people, and I care about guys personally, and, you know, I'm not ashamed of that. So for those reasons, I'm just like, man, you know, I just want to do it my way, and if it don't happen, I can live with that.
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Little.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
LeBron passes to Howard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What's up?
Yeah, looking for offense inside as they try to chip away at this lead here in the second.
The Lakers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Lillard attacking. Right wing. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And a miss there on the triple.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And it's good for 2. And the Lakers lead by 7.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Here's James.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Now here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now a timeout called by Portland. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good.
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Now Powell following Nurkic's three-point attempt. Just 4 to shoot. Another miss by Nurkic.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Powell following the basket by Anthony Davis. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Lillard. Now here's James. 9 points in the game so far, and James throws it down hard.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now Lillard against Golden State. He was really on his game.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Dort passes to James. Trying to get open, it's Davis. James, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Powell, that's good.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
James in the post. Powell's there. Passes to Dort. Davis down low. 8 points for him. No good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Powell dishes to Nurkic. There's the steal. Kuzma finds Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Dort. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 8. Passed a little. Nurkic a screen on Kuzma. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. James the pass to Davis. To the inside and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum, his last 10 games, he's putting up about 17 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Very effective at spacing the floor. Contavious Caldwell Pope has gone from an average outside shooter to a dangerous one.
McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Lakers leading by 9. Morris right side. Rebounded by McCollum.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Simons missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Trailblazers trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Tries again. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Now here's Rivers, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
McCollum outside. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So the wing on the left. Here's Simons. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Simons has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rivers with it. Now the pass to Allen. McGee is screen on McCollum. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. It was easy to see they were the superior team in the second quarter. And now it's just a matter of protecting that 9-point lead after the half. And taking a look at the Lakers. Shaq, what'd you think?
On offense, they've been very efficient, taking good shots and hitting them. That's very important. Their confidence has to be through the roof heading into the second half.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
They aren't playing tight enough defense. That's pretty clear. There needs to be a lot better communication. Guys are playing defense on an island a lot of times, and that's getting them burned.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Dort in at the shooting guard. That's the Laker 5.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
LeBron passes to Davis, and Davis throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 7. Driving inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. There's Nurkic following the bucket by the Lakers. Good on the bucket.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
A wide open look here for Kuzma. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Trailblazers trail by 7. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Lillard with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Bucket is good.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Little. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. In Portland, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. Down low, here's Nurkic, and Davis sends it back, and he's able to get it back. 6 on the shot clock. It's McCollum on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's James. Davis down low. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Dwight out. He's checked in for Harold. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Bojan Bogdanovic.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Lillard outside. Pulls it up. Portland again missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard outside. Over to the left wing. He's guarded by Davis. His first shot coming late, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 7. Nurkic trying to get open. McCollum no good. Lakers leading by 9. And there's the drive. Dort passes to Howard. Lillard against James. Out to Kuzma. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Driving the lane, and James throws it down.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
Trailblazers trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the basket by Lillard.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And Portland making a change here. We got a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there, that number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course, Portland just need to take it a game at a time.
And you know, for the Lakers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Here is Lillard after LeBron James hitting the 3. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Fouls checked in. McGee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Trailblazers trail by 9. Simons surveying the D. Lillard against Rivers. Broke loose, stolen by Rivers. Inside, and James throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed, the agility on display.
Yes, sir, power and grace. That had it all.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Now here's Allen. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. McGee finds Rivers. Allen for 3, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Cauley-Stein, a screen. Lillard against Rivers. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Cauley-Stein. LeBron outside. And he drives in, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, you've got C.J. McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Now here's LeBron, and good that time. LeBron's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Lakers. And here's McCollum. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. It's good.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
The free throw's off from McCollum. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Nice shot by James.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
Now here's McCollum. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. It's McCollum with the drive. And the rejection by James. On the wing, James takes the 3. Second chance effort. Kept alive. Here's Davis. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, Davis, one of the hardest working and best rebounders in the NBA, showing you great effort that time.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. A 3 from McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
But the effort's been there for him, just not getting the results.
That one good for 2.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
James in the post. He's guarded by McCollum. And it's LeBron missing. Trailblazers trail by 7. Kicks to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Simons missing. Lakers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. It's Powell on the wing. No good with the triple. Lakers leading by 7. LeBron outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeBron's got 30 points.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A 3 from McCollum. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got rebound number 15 here tonight.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
You know, with AD's improved court awareness, when guys on his team get open, he'll find them.
Now here's McCollum. To the wing right side. Screen by Nurkic. Yep, that one goes.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
And the Lakers call time here.
In a wise move to call time out there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Lakers leading by 9. Caruso kicks to Allen. Goes back up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. To the right side. He's defended by Harrell. They get it back. Pass to Powell. McCollum outside. And the 3 off target.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Now here's Davis. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Caruso. Here's Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Harrell. Shot clock at 5. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Trailblazers trail by 12. Now here's Lillard. And there's the feed to Nurkic. That one goes in. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Here's Caruso, covered by Lillard. Allen for the 3. Drops in the tray. Allen's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 6th assist on the night.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. We've got 1:13 left here in the 4th quarter. Allen, right side. Launches it. Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers trail by 11. Cullen passes to Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. Here's James. And he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got 34 points.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Lakers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And in what's been a very competitive season series between these two, the victory here tonight will push that record to 2-1 with 1 left to play against the Trailblazers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for LeBron.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. And it's just just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, an outstanding win. What kind of message do you think you sent tonight?
We're not trying to set a message, just trying to improve every time we get an opportunity to come out on the floor and play. We've been doing some good things the last couple months, but we still got a lot of room to improve, and hopefully we continue that.
Well, it looks like you're building towards the right ending, man. I appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.